So today we have Asher. He's a 4 years old neuter male. He's a lab mix, and he is here for his first time being introduced to the clicker. So he has never been clicker trained before, but we are teaching him what the clicker means, and then we're going to use clicker training to teach him to actually not be terrified of the temperature taking procedure, which is one of the things that we do during the physical exam at the vet. And it's one of the parts of the whole interaction with the patient that they like the least. They actually pretty much hate this part. I have not seen a dog yet that actually enjoys having the temperature taken. But today we're going to teach him to desensitize to that and actually tolerate that procedure without fight or resistance. So we have Asher. We're starting with Asher with just introduction to the clicker, where I click once and toss him a treat. Once I see that he is very comfortable with the sound, then I'm going to start asking him to actually work for me to actually put meaning into this. Asher, sit. So he sat, I click, and I rewarded him. I haven't told him ever what he needs to do. Right now I'm just doing the hand desensitization or the leave it exercise, where I offer him a treat in my hand and he needs to disengage from it. Once he does that, I click and I reward. I never ask him to do it. I'm just allowing him to pay attention to what I want him to do and then offer me the behavior.
Note how Maddie is gently touching his back, just running her hand from his neck all the way down to his back end. The reason why she's doing that is to not surprise him by grabbing his tail. So she's slowly just running her hand down and then stopping right at his tail, and then she clicks and rewards him with the treat. When he moves away from her, she repositions him just by using a treat. So instead of just pulling him or pushing or grabbing onto him, she just kind of redirects his head where she wants him to be and then starts the same exercise again. What she's doing now, instead of just running her hand and stopping at his tail, she's actually gently grabbing his tail and holding onto it just a few seconds, and then she clicks and rewards him. Now we have Bree assisting Maddie. So while Bree is handling the treats, Maddie is focusing on clicking for the correct behavior. So now she progressed from just using her hand and running all the way across his back to his tail to actually touching his back end with a tongue depressor. She is actually touching just the side of his butt area, and then slowly, progressively, she's going to get closer to the area where the thermometer is going to go. Now Maddie added lifting his tail, touching his back end with the tone depressor and clicking and rewarding. So note that at a certain point he notices what she's doing and he stops for a little bit, he checks it out, and then he actually moves away a little bit. So instead of holding on to him or stopping him, she waits, she lets him move, she gets closer to him, and then we repeat the same exercise. Now she's touching with the tongue depressor, but actually keeping it in contact with the skin, with that area, for a little bit longer, a few seconds, because we are prepping him for the introduction of the thermometer. And when we are actually taking the real temperature, we're going to need the thermometer to sit in there or to be in contact for a few minutes, actually, for almost about a minute or a minute and a half. So we need to build to that time, and that's what she's doing with the tongue depressor now. Now she's introducing the actual thermometer. So we go back a few steps. Now that we are using something new, we're going to quickly touch with the thermometer, click reward. Touch, click reward. Then touch a little bit closer to where we're going to insert the thermometer, click reward, then touch and keep it there for a little bit longer, click reward, and so on until we can actually insert the thermometer and take the temperature without resistance. And finally, she is able to get to the final behavior, which is for him to just be focused on the food. And now at this point, we are using baby food, which is a higher value reward. And she is able to actually run her hand, grab his tail, hold it up, insert the thermometer, and keep it there until we have a temperature. This entire training for temperature desensitization was done over 2 days. So we had two short training sessions. The entire or total training time was under 15 minutes.